Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Doak Propane, Grant Baker, Shelter Insurance Agent in Aurora, Great Southern Bank, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and Bank of Billings. We go back up into the St. Louis area to Vashon Wolverines head football coach Will Franklin. And Coach Franklin, again, I told you, keep getting that karma. We'll keep having you on, but another big
Yes.
win. And now you've got a big one. You've got an undefeated Union coming in. First, let's talk a little bit about last week's victory over Gateway.
It was a game for us. We haven't been in this position at all here in the last probably 10, 15 years. So last week was a lot of excitement around that game. Uh, just because my first year here, we lost in the first round at Trinity of district. So, to get that one under the belt, to be in position this week to go into a district championship game for myself, it's exciting, it's nervous. The unknown is very real. Then you're playing against a very good team. So it's even more surreal right now with the moment that we're in.
Yeah, what do you know about, the Union Wildcats are 10-0 on the season.
Yes.
They've just played, really one team, I think, with a winning record all season long, but they've dominated and they've scored a lot of points.
Yes.
What do you know about the Wildcats?
Man, well, their quarterback is a poised guy, man. He can really sling the ball around. 81 is a big receiver that he has out there. He throws to a lot, but he's poised back there. He also can beat you with your legs. So for us, it's really, you got to be very disciplined on what you're doing against this team, man. They can strike fast, and you look up, you can be down 21-0. Well, how quick they can strike on offense. They run to the ball very hard defensively. So for us, man, it's a real challenge, man. It reminds me of the SMED week where like you got to play your best game. You cannot go out there and turnovers because it'll kill you against good teams. And for me, going into this game, learning from the SMED game, we got to make sure that, we can get out there and execute what we need to execute early on to be in this fight. Like these guys, they know what winning is. When you have that culture of winning, you know what it takes, even in tough games. In the last half of their season, a lot of games got tough, and they show that they know how to put drives together, to win in that fourth quarter. So for me, you're dealing with a seasoned team. For us, we're just trying to become that as well.
Well, you guys, you're giving up 9 points a game, and if you take the DeSmet game out, you're giving up 4.5, points a game. So you're playing great defense. Have you had to maybe change up a little bit as you look at their film? And I don't give anything away, but what are you going to have to do? You talk about number 81. You're going to have to stop the quarterback and sling it around. Are you going to try and keep him in the pocket? You're going to try and put pressure on him, double. I mean, what are you guys going to have to do to come out on top?
Well, I think week to week, you have to adjust to what you're seeing on film. Especially at this time of year, those who make the best adjustments, wins a lot of games. So for us, we're going to have to adjust to however it comes out. And just be ready to play football. At the end of the day, it's still tackling, still catching and doing. So defensively, just got to go up there, play fast, play physical, and tackle. That's the key to winning the game defensively. Offensively, now that may be the mix-up of what you have to do. But they have seen a bunch of different looks this year, and they were able to adjust to every look that they've seen. So for us, it's really all right. What are we good at, and can we be very good at those things come this weekend?
What's the one stat, that you're going to have to look at, a Saturday morning that maybe will tell the tale? Is it time of possession? Is it turnovers? Is it penalties, unforced errors? What's one thing? And it may be time possession for both of you, because, with both of you guys scoring, 40 points a game on the season, both teams are probably going to want to keep the ball out of the other team's hands.
Yeah. Those top three things you named, from turnovers to time of possession, also to just how you're calling the game. Like all those things are going to come into play in those moments. Friday, The time of possession is very important. I don't know, what I mean? Like, yes, you can go out there and score, but you allow a team to control that clock, you know what I mean? Like, it can put your offense in a tough position when you're trying to, get back into a game if you fall behind. So that is important. Then turnovers are critical in the playoffs. Turnovers and penalties, those things are what can beat you. Football's football. If you good on good teams, which is what this game is going to be, two good teams, someone is bound to, win the game. And that's just how football is played. But those who have the least amount of penalties and those who can execute with the clock management, I think have a very good chance of winning a game.
Very good. Very good. What are you planning for the rest of the week? And where's the game going to be played and what time and day?
They say Gateway High School. It's for those who are on the older side, they call it O'Fallon Tech, but it's Gateway High School on South Kings Highway in McCree, 7:00.
7:00. All right. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you. I see your Kansas City jersey hanging up there in the background behind you.
Yeah.
What is going on with the Chiefs?
It looks like the team has got complacent with winning. It's not the same urgency that they played with the last, I would say, 5 years, where they were trying to prove to the world that we are good. Now, it's amazing when the target becomes on your back, things change. For early on, everyone in NFL chased the New England Patriots. Everyone. You chase them, the way of winning, the way you go about things, doing your job, all the slogans. I'm sure myself and every coach in America, you if you understand football, you are going to take a lot from New England organization. And now that the Chiefs, I would say in the last 5-6 years, really turned the page on drafting right, investing in players. The coaches started to go from a mediocre coach to a winning coach to where you know how to win no matter what type of game it is. And, us as fans, we're spoiling it. We love seeing us go out there and score at will, and defense come out there and get the fans going crazy up there and, get a couple stops, a couple sacks. And right now we just haven't found our rhythm. And I think in time, I think, they have a bunch of veteran leadership there. So at some point, someone is going to get mad enough to speak up and address those things. And when that happens, you'll see a turnaround with that team.
Does OBJ end up in a Chiefs uniform, and would that be good or bad?
I think it would be bad with the situation at hand. For me, it's not a lot of situations in football that I would say would be good for him because of what he brings. He brings cameras. He brings a lot with him, not just the player in itself, because he is a face of the NFL. He needs somewhere like a Green Bay. He needs somewhere like a New England. Tampa wouldn't be a good place, but they already got AB down there. They're trying to manage that. I think a Pittsburgh can work for him. I think that organization in itself is a great organization, and they can lean on guys. I think Baltimore, but for me, if I'm him, I want to go somewhere where I have a quarterback. So Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Rams wouldn't be a bad fit, but that's too much Hollywoodness out there in LA. Chargers wouldn't be a bad fit, but I don't know how well of a contender they are right now. But yeah, man, he needs to go somewhere where it's way more veteran leadership, and someone like Aaron Rodgers is the face of the organization, and you're just coming on, and you don't have to come there and be a face and all those things. You can just go out there and play ball.
You bet. Well, and Coach Franklin is worried about the Wolverines playing ball, and Friday night, 7:00, Union Wildcats there at Gateway High School. So,
yes.
Coach, I appreciate your time today. Sorry about the little mix-up on the time.
It's all right, man.
And we'll talk to you same time next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, good luck,
sir.
Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Will Franklin, Vashon Wolverines here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage.